Welcome, my name is Casey Bauer. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm on the Potomac River in western Maryland at a place called the Basin. And I'm going to be shooting a roll of Kodak TMax on my Olympus RC 35. So this is an area with a bunch of historic buildings. I'm currently under a very old, it's a truss bridge for railroads. And actually there's some tracks that run right underneath me, some old railroad tracks. And further down there is the actual Basin, which is a place where boats could turn around on the canal here. It's one of the few places where they could do that. And so I'm going to go down. There's a series of locks further down here, and there's a lock house where the master of the locks would live. So I'm just going to explore these historic buildings, these historic places, and see what I can capture on this single roll of Kodak TMax 400. Alright, so I got my film loaded, so I just gotta wind it, I think, twice, and we should be good to go. Alright, so that's frame one, and I have this on shutter priority mode, and that looked like it put me at about f8. Okay, so I am walking downriver. I'm going towards the locks. I think it's lock 44 and the lock house. So I've been down here once before to shoot. I think I shot with my Hasselblad. Yeah, it was the Hasselblad, and that was last year. And so I just want to come back and see what I can create on 35mm, black and white. And yeah. Just try to go a little bit wider. We're going to go a little further down this canal, see if we can get the lock house and this old factory in one frame. So let's see here. So it can be really easy to overcomplicate things, think, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta get that, I have to get it all in one image. And that's not true. And I fall victim to that a lot. Just overcomplicating things when they don't need to be. And so I try to make it a little more simple. What's this? Oh, that's interesting. There's like a little, I don't know what that is. Now that image might be a little too busy. Got a lot going in on that. If I can just isolate that little stone cylinder and the lock, that might be nice. Keys do not fall into the canal here. So I think it's time to move on. captured about half of the images on the roll, so I don't want to use them all in one spot. I want to be creative and just look for new things and not just take a bunch of pictures of the same thing. So let's keep on going and see what we can find. So you're sitting here on your back porch, and you know, maybe it's the evening, you just had dinner, maybe you caught some fish on the river here, and a horn blows and you gotta rush out because there are boatsmen coming up the river, and they coming up the canal, and you have to open up the lock for them. Just what an interesting job, an interesting life. This is just a cool little glimpse into that time. Let's take a picture here. So I get close to this building and it shows that it is a Allegheny Power building. So that's one of the big electric companies here locally. But I hear, oh, that must be a giant dam. Yeah. Yep, there's a dam here. I've always wondered what was back here. You can see it here. Okay. Yep, so here is the dam. This is pretty cool. This is very big, very powerful. Stay away from dam. Yeah, that would make sense. So that image was f11 1/30th of a second. I'm in the forest, and so much darker here, but there's a nice little path here, and just the trees, some big trees coming behind, and yeah, I've actually never been this way before, but I think this is a really neat thing just by the river, down by the power plant. So from Cushwa Basin, basically you just walk down the canal towpath, which the towpath is actually where they would, teams of mules would pull boats down this canal so that they could, so they could get into businesses, but also, like right here, there's a dam, and so obviously need to be able to get around that. So, but very, very beautiful place here. Lots of really cool wildlife. These flowers here are really nice, these big yellow flowers, and a lot of big trees down here. So here I got two trees just lined up, and one's got a bunch of growth on it, the other doesn't. It looks pretty cool. So that was exposure 29. So I got 6 or 7 left. These, with this Olympus, I tend to get more rolls, sorry, more frames than out of normal cameras because it doesn't have to wind it as far. So, but I'm gonna walk back and just get the last couple around the 2 bridges and maybe Cushwa Basin. I actually like that image. That it's got the aqueduct, tree, power line, tower in the back. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.